Yes, for example, in the picture number 6, the felling of trees is very serious as they are the oxygen of our planet, and the governments of the world are not taking the necessary measures to stop it. In, I don't know, in, even in the weekend, there was a demonstration in different countries of the world to show the damage that big companies are doing to our planet.
That's it. Yes, you're right. I consider that you are so true. All right. So
Yes,
industrialization is being not only a problem, but also times. All right. So Magda,
thank you.
please. Thanks to you, Rene. Could you talk to us about your opinion?
Which Magda?
Magda Camacho has already participated. What's your last name, Magda? No, Magda
Zambrano.
Camacho. Magda Zambrano. Thank you very much. Okay. So, yes, please, could you talk to us about your opinion?
I think the pollution in the planet is a difficult topic because we have different process and different activity that we can do that. For example, the factories, it's so common to saw different factories that have a lot of the air pollution, but it's too because they have a lot of work and a lot of activities for to that. But sometimes when the people throw the garbage, I think is the principal problem because is to make a process or a thing. What happened with this? The big problem is because we don't have the correct thinking about it. For example, we have I can see a lot of pictures here about the pollution, but all the pollution is because um, all the people, me too, do a lot of activities that have this problem. For example, when the people throw the garbage, it's so common to see the water with the pollution, or maybe when the people cut the trees, the people know that is a problem, but they continue doing this. For this reason, I think there are a lot of problems, and the first problem is we need to change our mind about this. I think that.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Well, and I have a question for Fernanda. Fernanda, I would like to ask for your opinion because, well, first of all, you are a child. And so I guess that an adult point of view could be very different to a child's point of view. So, Fernanda, in your school, I guess that there are some actions. Teachers used to tell you what to do and what not to do. Is there any campaign? Is there any education for you children about this topic? What do your teachers tell you about this problem? Fernanda, hello. Fer, are you there?
Yes, in my school, of course, in science, natural, they talk about this. My teacher always explains us about this problem. At in third grade, we do maqueta. Um, Always we talk about this and what we will do to help the planet.
And what's your personal opinion, Fer? What do you think that we are doing wrong or that we should do?
Well, I think we should do to not cut the trees, don't trash the and don't and put the garbage in her place.
In its place. All right. Okay. That's so sensible. Thank you very much. All right. So look at this. We are going to see this image. It is about some vocabulary exponents that are very useful when we want to talk about environment. So look at this. Here we have, for example, the first part. Let's use this. Okay. In this case, we have this part that says pollution from garbage. Magda Zambrano, could you help me reading this part, please? Magda, hello.
Hello, did you listen me?
Yes, yes, we can listen to you.
Okay, so pollution from the garbage, litter, industrial waste, household waste, and landfill.
Thank you very much. Do you know or do you have any doubt about this vocabulary exponents? For example, what does litter mean? What is industrial waste?
Um, household waste. No, I don't know what is litter.
No? Anybody help anybody who knows what litters mean? No? Litter is when we are walking down the street, for example, and we are throwing garbage. That's to litter.
Green
Okay?
garbage, like leaves or something like this.
When we threw garbage on the street. For example, you are walking down the street and suddenly you are eating or drinking something, you finish eating that, and instead of putting that garbage in the waste bin, you put it on the street. That's to litter. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about industrial waste? What is it? Industrial waste.
I think is the garbage that the factories throw. I think that.
That's it. Excellent. Yeah, so could anybody tell me any example about this industrial waste?
Yeah.
Well, for the mineral industry, they use some acid to obtain some substance, some metals. So when they obtain these materials, the acids are thrown in rivers, like a case in Guaymas, I think. They threw this acid in a river and flow to the sea.
That's it. Yes. Excellent. That's a very good example. Thank you very much. What about the household waste? What is it?
I think it's the garbage that the house throw. For example, but when you have bags, plastic bags, something like this.
It can be part of like that, but it is also, for example, when you wash the dishes, all the dirty water, all the soap, when we take a shower, all the water with shampoo, the soap, and even, for example, when we go to the bathroom, of course, all of that water goes to any other place. So those are part of the household waste. Okay, so what about the landfill? What is landfill?
Mm,
Help
I don't know.
anybody?
It's like we call relleno.
Excellent. Relleno sanitario. That's it. That's the landfill.
Landfill.
All right. So look at this. Here we have some words related to pollution. Fernanda, could you help me reading this part?
What part?
The part of pollution. I mean this one. Give me a moment. All right, here I am. Pollution. Please, could you read?
Okay. Water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, global use, global warming, land degradation, climate change, deforestation.
Thank you very much. All right, so here we have the kinds of pollution that we have. For example, water pollution, as Fernanda said. What causes water pollution? Isaac, in your opinion, what is the cause for water pollution?
I think the lack of infrastructure for the flowing of the, uh, the, the drain in the houses and the streets, and so it goes to the rivers. And
Aha, that's it. You're right. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so what about air pollution? Give me examples about that, kids. What is the air pollution?
It's when the cars emit CO2 and other kind of gases which contaminate the air. But
Excellent.
some industries is the same. They emit several gases which contaminate the air.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else's opinion?
Hmm. Sometimes the people say when there are a lot of noise, I think it's
When
like
the,
kinds of like this, something. No.
Well, not exactly. When there's a lot of noise, it's kind of noise pollution. But the air is just as Pilar said, about all of the exhaust gases and the carbon emissions. All right. And so, what about the soil pollution? What is it? What does soil pollution mean?
It's about the substances that the people who work the soil has to put in the earth because they have a lot of insects or several plagues, and they have to use that kind of chemical substances.
Mm-hmm. Something like that, the Monsanto products.
Like this. It's
That's
correct.
it. All
that's
right.
about the trash okay. How do you say, in the ground?
In the soil or in the ground. Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. So what about this one? Fernanda made us the favor also to read about the global issues. One of the worst global issues is global warming. Could anybody explain what is global warming? Maybe Omar could do it.
No, I don't think I don't understand very well the term. Warming, it's like advertencia.
Calentamiento.
Okay. Global warming started the phenomenon
It's a
of
phenomena.
the earth. The temperature of the earth is high.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, that's the phenomena. The temperature of the earth is high. And so what's the problem about that it's high. Rene, what do you think about this? Is there any problem because of the earth is hot?
Yes, it's a product of everything we've talked about the way our planet is undergoing so much change with this pollution, the garbage. It's product of everything is
All of
improving our planet.
That's it. All right, Fernanda, do you have, thank you very much, Rene. Fernanda,
Thank you.
do you have any idea of what are the consequences of global warming?
Oh,
The ice. Ice make war.
That's it. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so anybody else who would like to share your opinion or say anything else about global warming?
Teacher.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
teacher.
All right,
I'm
so what
sorry.
about Magda Camacho?
Yes, yes, of course, teacher. Thank you. And in my point of view, the global warming it's a big problem because of the in the earth damage very all the time, and then the different agencies, for example, say the United Nations, to has improvement different activities about the global warming, and the principal consequences says about the healthy problems in our human people.
Thank you very much, Magda. Magda Zambrano, you were
Yes.
going to talk also about it.
Yeah. So in this case, I think the global warming is a big problem because there are, for example, in Alaska, the ice is destroyer and maybe increment the water. I think that another it can be the tsunamis and etc. There are different problems that the global warming cause.
That's it. Yes, you're right. So it is an enormous problem. Okay, so I guess who was going to speak, Isaac? Isaac or somebody else was going to give his. Okay, Rene, thank you. Rene, hello. Yes, Rene, we listen to you.
Yes, thanks. In fact, today they say that if we don't nothing, our planet has 18 months left. It is news that alarm all over the world of no thinking necessary. How do you say medidas? Measure?
It can be measures or it can be regulation.
Yes, regulation. Yes, it's a news that preocupa.
It's so worrying for everybody. All right, thank you
Yes,
very
thank you, teacher.
yeah, no thanks to you. Right, so land degradation. What does land degradation mean?
Well, I suppose that the earth don't produce anything. I suppose that.
It can be. You know what? Land degradation is what happens when the land is exposed to the environment, to the rain, to the air, to the sun, and so little by little it gets dry and it is breaking into pieces. We call it erosion.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's a very big problem also. All right, so what about climate change? Is climate change a consequence of global warming, or is global warming a consequence of climate change? What is your opinion? Isaac, please talk to us about it.
About the climate change,
Yeah, what is the consequence? Global warming from climate change or climate change from global warming?
I think the climate change are the result from global warming because the result of the increasing of the heat in the earth are that the levels of rivers it grow and the, how do you say, corrientes marinas?
Inner tides.
And the inner tides change the hurricanes, you know, the local warming in even in the winter instead
Uh,
of just summer for the warm.
all right, thank you very much. Anybody else's opinion?
I think the climate change, like said the other guy, is a consequence of the global warming. And nowadays, we can say that in these months, we are in a, in a specific season, because nowadays we can in the morning cold weather, and then in the noon we have a hot day, and all the day is changing because of the global warming. The principal substance about the global warming is the dioxide of carbon, because all the world emit a lot of dioxide carbon in the houses, with all the appliances, with all the TV, and all the appliances that we have in our houses emit dioxide of carbon, and that is the principal substance that causes the global warming. And all the governments in the world should control that emissions if we want to conserve our world, because of our because the people who will born in this world.
That's it. All right, Pilar, you are so right. Okay, so what about deforestation? What is the effect of deforestation? Any volunteer?
The trees are cutting.
That's it. Excellent, Fernanda. That is deforestation. Fernanda, do you consider that cutting the trees has any effect on the earth? Is it a problem?
Yes,
What's the problem?
because when you cut that trees make huh? polvo,
Dust?
dust, um, and the erosion, and the oxygen.
Oxygen. Okay, thank you very much, Fernanda. All right, anybody else's opinion? Somebody else who wants to speak about deforestation?
Hi, Isaac.
Yes, Isaac.
I think deforestation gives a lack of the consuming the CO that contaminate that are the pollution in the air. You know, the trees works consuming that CO to give us oxygen. And how do you say el cambio de suelo, la erosión?
Land degradation.
Okay, in some forests, you could see that the land degradation because of the cutting of the trees.
Aha, that's it. That's the point. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, finally, I would like you to do me a favor. Let's write in the chat our idea about what can we individually do for solving this problem, because it is not something that we can see who can do something about it. It's something that we all should consider. So please, please, in the chat, write your opinion so that we can also give you feedback about writing. All right?
About what?
About our own actions, what we can do for solving this problem. What
Okay,
can we individually do?
okay.
All right, so Fernanda wrote, I will go to sea on the beach and collect all the plastic to do like flower pots and do some handcrafts. Hey, fair. That's a very good idea. You know what? I think that to do all the flower pots is nice, but the most important part here is that you take the conscience, you are conscious that we have to take care of the environment. So that's great. Thank you. So Pilar wrote, I can reduce the garbage in my house, the chemical use. Okay, Pilar, here we can say, I can reduce the garbage in my house and the chemical substances I use. All right?
I use?
I use,
Okay,
or the chemical use, the chemical substances used in my house.
okay,
All right, excellent. Omar, we
okay.
can recycle our garbage and use less plastic. Excellent. Here, Omar, after using the auxiliary verb can, the verb should be in its original form. So that's why we can't say we can recycling. It's we can recycle. All right, thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, Rene, in my opinion, we have to start by setting the example, not throwing garbage, use the car less, not spending as much electric energy. Hey, that's pretty good, excellent. Very good writing even. So Magda Zambrano, I will try to change my activities because I think that I have done activities like take a long bath, and it's a form to waste the water. Excellent, very good, Magda. Okay, Isaac, we can do actions in 3 levels. Number 1, at home, separating garbage, correct use of water and electricity. 2, in public locations, we may save or waste, we may take or waste to deposit on correct deposits. Okay, number 3, at work, we could share a culture of caring the earth. We can share the culture. You know, Isaac, we can't use a with culture because a in a way talks about number and culture is non-countable. So we can't say a culture. We can say share the culture of caring the earth. Okay, Isaac, thank you. Magda, first of all, I would like to promote different actions in our kids. Okay. Okay, Pilar, very good. I separate the garbage at home and reuse and recycle bottles. Good, pretty good. Okay, so anybody else? All right, pretty good, Fernanda. Teacher, no, Fer, you know what? We don't talk about it in the platform. So this is a conversation class. We are directing this conversation class so that you can have more vocabulary. But no, it is not a topic that we have to work in the platform with. So it's okay. All right. Well, you know what? We could be talking a long time more about this nice topic, but I'm sorry, I guess that time has finished. Class has finished. Yeah, time has over. Time is over. So we have to say goodbye. I thank you so much for your participation, for your attention, for your beautiful attendance, and meet you next class. Have a very good night.
Thank you very much. The same to you.
Have a
Thanks.
nice
Good
night.
night.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. It was a pleasure talk to you and know your opinion.